Yo. Listen, welcome again to another episode of Game Time, No Lame Time. This one right here, hey, this one is this is one for the books right here. I have no other than my guy, Cedric GMT Williams, and we gonna dive deep with him in today. Cedric, tell him, go on, introduce yourself, man.
Yes, sir. Game time, no line time is yours truly, Cedric GMT Williams, CEO of the Get Money team, y'all. Listen, man, I'm super excited. I'm here with my boy Waheem, man. I done seen his journey, you know what I'm saying? He done seen my journey. We just seen each other's journey. So now we just here to talk about it, man. So, I'm like an open book, man. Whatever you want to know, I'm gonna keep it real, man. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
good,
sir.
bad, happy, or sad. I'm just me. I'm authentic.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying? That's what we missing on this internet today.
Listen, and we
You
gonna
hear me?
make it raw. This is listen,
Yeah.
anything goes. And listen, man, I know who you is. Said you brought me in the game. A lot of people know who said is, but
Absolutely.
I want you, for the people who don't know who said is, man. Who is Cedric GMT Williams?
So yeah, man. Born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? North Memphis, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? It's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? North Memphis, Tennessee. Graduated from North Side. Went off to college. Trying to do everything the right way. You know what I'm saying? And my whole thing is, I had to beat the system because I'm black as hell, because I like a gold teeth, because I like dreadlocks and braids, because I was a product of my environment, right? People create stereotypes. So I went through life, you know what I'm saying, fighting against all the stereotypes, fighting against what people thought of me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like they judged a book by its cover without opening it up to read the pages. So everybody who read the pages and got to know me and crossed my path, you know what I'm saying? It's the energy that introduces you to others. Not the appearance, it's the energy. You know what I'm saying? So
man,
that's what it's about, man. Big energy, big vibes, big vibrations. And if you're not on that level, then you're going to miss it all.
You're going to miss it all, man. That's game time. So let me ask you this because we know GMT, we know said, but we know the movement is GMT, Get Money Team, man. So, man, been seeing you on the internet, man. I'm a part of GMT. A lot of y'all don't know that. I'm a member, GMT, original member.
Yeah.
What is GMT and how did GMT come about? Like, what is GMT?
Them 3 letters, GMT, Get Money Team. So I'm from Memphis. You know what I'm saying? I went to Philander Smith College, shout out to PSC, or it's PSU now. You know what I'm saying? It's a university. You know what I'm saying? But went to college and I pledged Phi Beta Sigma, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once understanding and looking at everything that's going on, I said, man, I'm going to create my own fraternity, my own 3-letter organization.
Right.
Once I graduate and, once I reach that level, I'm going to have my own 3-letter organization. So really it started in college. You know what I'm saying? Before I even pledged Sigma.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was gathering people up. I was sharing visions. You know what I'm saying? I was that person that had the old schools on 24s. I was the person that had the beat in the back. I was the person that had the candy paint as a college student. So I'm making more money than my college professors that was teaching me.
Oh, man.
As a college student.
Oh, man.
You see what I'm saying? So I said, man, I'm going to start my own 3-letter organization, GMT. I was inspired by Floyd Mayweather with TMT, the money team. You know what I'm saying? But I know how to read. They say Floyd don't know how to read. But I went to college. I know how to read. I'm just saying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? I want to incorporate the lifestyle and also education and knowledge. So it doesn't matter who you is, where you from, what you got going. GMT, Get Money Team. That's everybody goal.
That's it.
You go to school, right, to get a degree, right? But little do people know this degree, right, is a ceiling or a roof over your head. And
Explain.
when I saw that, I'm like, damn, you go and get a title just to limit yourself. I don't want to be limited. I want to be unlimited. I don't want no
Unlimited.
roof over my head. You
That's
hear me?
crazy, man.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, man, because we know you come from Memphis and you proudly rep Memphis.
Come on,
But we also know is most people that get successful, they move away from wherever they from. So let me ask you, being the flashy, you know what I mean, and the cars that you drive, how do you be able to maintain in a city like Memphis, no security, jury on, and not worrying about anything when statistics show most people had those issues?
Because I am Memphis, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I say I am Memphis, that's because, you know, most people in Memphis grew up in neighborhoods.
Right.
Uh-huh. Their neighborhood, their friends, their family, their relatives, right? One neighborhood. Right. Uh-huh. They really didn't travel. Right. But me, I'm a people's person. You know what I'm saying? I grew up back in the day. I love playing basketball. I love fighting. So people that know me, either I done kicked their ass on the court or we done got on there, we done fought. So I'm known throughout the city. So I had family here, I had family there in this part of the city, and I was everywhere playing basketball. So I was well known. And on top of that, I went to like 3 different high schools. I went to Northside High, right? And then I went to Craigmont High School. That was like out where the good folks stay at the time, you know what I'm saying? Then I got kicked out of Craigmont and went to Manassas. Went there, you know, so I'm meeting people. I'm meeting the people that play basketball, football, like everybody that I know, you know what I'm saying? So now I go back to Northside, my high school is where I graduated from. So you got to think about it. It's like 4 high schools.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? 4 different high schools, not just this one high school. I done traveled around and met everybody, different hoods, different communities, different teachers, different everybody. So everybody know of me or seen me. Like even if they don't know me, they know of me.
Right. Yeah. So how you deal with, even though everybody know you, I'm pretty sure you deal with jealousy. I think most of the black men that come from poverty-stricken situations and become successful, they deal with some type of hate. In the city of Memphis with crime rate sky high, how do you, Cedric, deal with everyday jealousy?
You just, no lie, like the only hate I really deal with is on the internet, right? Because I protect my peace. People that hate on me is not around me. Right. You know what I'm saying? If I pick up bad vibes, bad energy, I don't even want you around me. So therefore, if you hating, you just hating from what you see or your perspective of me. You know what haters mean? HATERS. Having anger towards everyone reaching success. I know I was reaching success. So if you don't know me, I don't know you. What is it that you hating about?
Right.
People just got hate in their mind, hate in their heart. They can look at this chain. They can look at my teeth. They can look at my shades and hate.
Just hate. Just start hating. I know it. You right.
And that goes to show you like where you are in life. You know what I'm saying? If you hate on somebody else, then hate on yourself and make yourself do better.
That's right. Hate. Say that again.
If you hate on somebody else, hate on your flaws, hate on yourself so you can do better. I hate that your ass still in the apartment. You grown as hell. You 30 years old.
Right.
And you ain't even start looking at your credit to start looking at a home. You see what I'm saying? Hate on that. That's what you hate on.
Hate on that.
See, I got a home. I got my home. I retired at 26.
Talk about it.
I retired at 26 with 2 degrees. Right?
2 degrees. From
2 degrees. From North Memphis, 2 degrees.
So hold up. Let me ask you this. How, because again, we talking about Memphis, shout out Memphis.
Yeah.
How, with you being street, with you being, like you are, how was you able to even be focused, to even make it to the graduating high school, to even going to college? Not only that, purchasing your own home. How old?
At 26 years old.
Come on, man. You got to tell. Now, get somebody the roadmap, man, that's in the hood. How you was able to do that?
So I'm gonna tell y'all, I was in Little Rock. I was living good in Little Rock too, off campus, living in Capitol Hill apartment. That's all the way out Chenal. You know what I'm saying? That was where the folks that had money was, right?
Right.
So early on, it was always a mindset, right? And when you know, you know. See, my life and the way I operate, right? I really believe in God. You hear me? I really believe in God. I grew up in church, all that. I really believe in God. And I knew that in the Bible, it tell you that whatever you ask for, you shall receive, right?
Right.
See, people don't really ask for things. They don't even ask for things from God because they put more power in the money than they do in God. See, I learned this early on, even without the money. Everything I asked for, God gave it to me.
I want you to explain that when they
So-
tell you what you mean by that.
So I'm gonna give y'all a scenario, right? So people put more power in the money than they do in God, being that if you really believe in God, you know that God is more powerful than any and everything, even money, right?
Mm-hmm.
But because of this reality that we stay in, right? Because of our job, because of everything that we deal with that limit our mind, right? And people don't ask for things based on their bank accounts. But God said you can ask me for anything. He didn't say you got to have this amount of money in your bank account. He didn't say you got to have this college degree. You got to go to this church. You got to do this. You got to do that. And he didn't say that. Anything you ask for, you know what I'm saying, you shall receive. And people don't ask for things because of their situations. And what I mean by that is, let's say you just got let's say you don't have a vehicle, right?
Right.
And in your universe, in your mind, you say, man, when I get my taxes, I'm gonna go get me a new car and, I'm gonna be all right. I'll be able to get around, get to work, stop catching Ubers and all that, right?
Right.
When you get your income tax check, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what kind of car you want, right? You're not specific or anything. So you just asking God, I just need a car to get around, right? That's what you're saying in your mind.
Right.
When I get my refund check, you know what I'm saying? I got my taxes done. I know how much I got on the way. I just fit to go get a car, do a down payment, whoop, right? This is what you put in your mind, your universe. So boom, you go get your refund check.
Right.
Your homegirl, your brother, sister just bought them a car. Oh, where you get your car from? Oh, yeah, I got it from the car lot. Woo. I'm going to go and get me one, right? And keep in mind, you just looking for a car. That's what you ask God for. Right? So you go to this car lot and dealership asks you, how much you looking to put down, how much money you got with I got $4,000 I want to put down or for a car.
Okay.
They're going to say, all right, you can select from this aisle right here, this row right here.
Right.
Right? So now, right, you're looking at the cars. Now you're creating, right, a vision based off what they assign to you.
Not your own vision.
Not your own, what they assign to you. So you looking at all these rows of cars, you know you want leather seats. You know you want something with a Hemi or fan. You know you want some luxury. But now you fixing your mind to settle because $4,000 is all you got, you know what I'm saying, from your refund check. So what happens? God give you everything that you want. You say, oh, okay, I like this Camaro, but it got cloth seats.
Right.
But then this truck, it got leather seats and, it got some rims on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with this one right here. Right? Why? Because you just visualize yourself driving that vehicle. Right. You visualize yourself in this vehicle. So that's the vehicle you got. That's the vehicle you ask God for, right? When in reality, you can have any fucking car on this fucking car lot or any car in the world that you want. So all you gotta do is ask God for it.
So let me ask you this. So from the culture with us having lack of knowledge, it's gonna be people that look at this and say, look, when I need a car, I need to get my kids to school. But you made sense You said they put $4,000 down on a car. But with people thinking that is the best route to go, what if somebody they got $4,000 and they do know they need a car is? Like, what advice can you give somebody?
Man, $4,000, y'all, it could change your life. It could put you in a position to change your life. A lot of people done got $4,000 refund checks, but your life ain't changed. You done got this check every single year. You know what I'm saying? Right. They had more kids, got some more child tax credits and everything. But you still in the same position because your mindset still in the same position. Your mindset still operating off the amount of money you got.
Damn.
Not the amount of faith you got.
Not the amount of faith.
People say they really believe in God, bro. They don't really believe in God.
Oh, man, I can agree with you on that.
Because they wouldn't be struggling. If you really believe in God, you wouldn't be struggling the way you're struggling.
Okay, hold on. now, because I know somebody probably take this wrong, but I know you can elaborate on what you mean. So it's people that's struggling. There's a lot of people struggling right now.
Yeah.
So you saying it's a diagnosis that they can cure, so they just stand in their position. Well, give us the diagnosis, man, because I know some people struggling too.
Right. So I'm gonna unlock our mind real quick, man. I'm gonna unlock your mind. First of all, it's two types of people in this world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those who believe they can do something, right? And those who believe they can't. Those both are right. Both people are right.
Right.
Those who believe they can and those who believe they can't are both right. Right? If you believe you can't do something, then you can't do it. It's over with.
They right.
But they right.
Okay.
But if you think you can do something, you will at least attempt and try. Right? You ever heard of the story, the little engine who thought he could?
Yeah.
Right? See, sometimes you gotta it's about your belief, right? It's what you believe. If you look at the word believe, BELIEVE, what word is in the middle? Lie. LIE. See, people been lying to themselves saying, I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't do this. But if I'm going to lie to myself, I'm going to say, I think I can. I think I can. Just like the little engine who thought he would. They had the steep hill. Everybody, all the other trains were scared to go up this hill. They were scared they were going to go in reverse and derail. Then that little engine, little Thomas, I think I can. I think I can. He lied to himself so much that he thought that he could go up the hill. And guess what? He did.
He did.
And when he did that, right, he inspired and expanded everybody's vision that was around him.
Man, that's deep. Man, I want to switch gears real quick. And reason why I want to, because so many people have asked me the same question. And on top of that is, I'm one of those, even though I know you, I never asked you this question, but so many people ask. And I think why so many people ask this question, because not just the level that you are in the game, but also the level that the other person are in the game. And people always ask me about, you know what I mean, the Brian Beam situation still to this day. You know what I mean? And I know Brian Beam, he does his thing. You know what I mean? He doing his thing in the industry as well. When we talk about business, we can't say he ain't handling business and you handling business. Right. So it nothing to do with his business wise. But have y'all ever got the time? And I say that to say because most people patch things up, especially people of y'all caliber. Did y'all ever got a chance to have a conversation since then?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Ever since the little situation, and I'm gonna tell you about the situation. Ever since the little situation, I ain't seen that dude ever again. I ain't crossed paths with him. I ain't seen him at no meeting. I ain't came across him nothing. He ain't reached out, ain't apologized or nothing. Okay. But I just say that when he did that shit, he made his own casket. You know what I'm saying? He made his own casket for playing with a man of God like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And I want to make sure casket you mean, and when you ain't talking about it, we talking about
that, a casket is mean when you fall off.
When you fall off, okay,
right?
Yeah, okay.
When God get on your ass for playing with His people,
yeah,
definitely. Right? Yeah. So that whole thing, man. We was in my econ. You know what I'm saying? A great movement.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Changing a lot of people's lives. You know what I'm saying? You know what's going on. You making $4,000 a week. $4,000 a week. You know what I'm saying? Like residually,
for sure.
So for the enemy, right, to come along, right, and trying to introduce somebody to I had to say bullshit. It was bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It was just an idea. You got something that's been proven, that's certified, right? That you've been in before me. But when I came in, I said, man, who's the top leader? How fast did they hit the rank? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm coming in this gym, I'm about to be big dog.
Right.
See, I already had a vision. I want to be on the stages. I want to. Who is that person?
All right.
Brian Bean. So I checked out Brian Bean, motion, extra digit movement, all that. I tapped in, I support it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I support it. Like, bro, everybody to your events and all this, like, you know what I'm saying? Cool. But then the minute they start promoting and doing something else outside of what was the mission, right, which was some troption shit, some kind of troption, some kind of fake Bitcoin shit, a bartering system.
Right.
Give us your money, we're gonna give you these made up ass coins and troptions and shit.
Right.
I said, man, they slowing down motion, they stopping movement. Like,
so you can say that the issue started between my econ and then Brian started promoting another product. Is where it came from?
Yeah, some bullshit. So it was never nothing against him or nobody. It was against the concept.
Okay.
Right? It was against the concept.
Okay.
Man, because people hit me up. Think about it. I'm a big leader in my econ, this company.
Right.
But another big leader then went over here to start selling some bullshit. I bought a Bentley with this and I went to the dealership and creating this false sense, like, come on, that's cap.
I guess when you say it mean with his intentions of cross recruiting is what that was gonna do, like bringing
that's
people.
Exactly what it did.
Okay.
I'm the biggest. Yeah, I know you want to be. Yeah, that's exactly what went on.
Okay.
Making people get distracted, buying all this fake ass troption Bitcoin shit. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, but some people actually buying stuff. I remember it, and it was a website, and then people were showing that they bought cars. So was it something that was actually going on?
Hell no, it was going on within their own ecosystem. They just had a Facebook group, like a bootleg Craigslist, and people could upload their old couches and tables and, hey, I got this microphone. Send me 500 troptions.
Like Facebook Marketplace.
So, yeah, a Facebook Marketplace, and the motherfucking money is a troption coin. It's not regulated. Nobody knows about it. Just some made up ass shit. So I said, I got on live and did a Facebook Live, and I gave y'all a scenario, right? I said, imagine you go to the casino, right? Imagine you go to the casino and you take your cash money to the counter,
right?
And they give you $500 in chips, right?
Right.
And with these chips or troptions, you can go play the table games. You can go play, you know what I'm saying, the table games and all that.
Right.
Blackjack, roulette, dice, whatever.
Yeah.
Poker, right? So boom, you say, all right, you take your chips and you go play blackjack, poker, whatever, and you turn this $500 chips into $5,000, right?
$5,000?
Yeah, 5,000
chips.
5,000 in chips. That's what you collecting at the casino, chips, right?
Okay, yeah.
So now it's time to go.
Right.
You ready to leave. So you take the $5,000 in chips back to the counter where you gave them your money.
Yeah.
And imagine you take 5,000 chips to the counter and they say, no, bro, we can't take them chips back. We can't give you no money. We can't take them chips back, but you can go buy something from the Craigslist or the ecosystem. Or you can go back and still continue to play, but we don't want that back.
Wow. So it really wow. So okay, that caused the tension or whatever the case may be. But the issue itself that took place, the biggest issue that took place, that actually started that. What took place?
So yeah, I made the video breaking down the scenario. That's what was going on.
Okay.
This is the truth. You can't argue with the truth. Right. I don't care how your emotions, how your feeling, what you feel about me. This the truth. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I took my chips back to this window where I gave my cash, and y'all talking about y'all can't give me cash back.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay. So did people voluntarily participate in it, or where the status is of that yet now? Because if you did it, because obviously if you called it what it was then, what's the status of it now?
That shit gone. People got $1 million in troptions logging into their account. They got $1 million in troptions, but they can't pull it out. They can't do nothing with it because it was just a programming system that changed the fucking digital numbers.
No, hold up now. So hold up. So it sounds like it wasn't no way to build long-term wealth or win at all. It was just basically being able to barter within the marketplace.
Yes, that's it. Some made-up ass shit that didn't last long.
Man, that's crazy. So, man, that's crazy. You blew
so you know, like I said, I made a video giving the same scenario about the casino.
All right.
So then I had a meeting. I was on a flyer for my econ event in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They bringing said GMT from Memphis, Tennessee to Atlanta, like people popping out.
Right.
But guess who else pop out?
Right.
Brian Bean.
So whose event was it? Was it an event? The event that you was on the flyer with, he popped out at that same event that y'all both was scheduled to pop out.
He wasn't scheduled on it. It was me on the flyer.
Okay.
I'm the big dog now.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, he the thing of the past.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The old school.
Right.
I done brought the new generation in now. You know, I done brought the hitters in now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and folk really don't like this shit.
Yeah.
They laugh and clap, but inside they really burning up. You hear me? Inside they really burn. They really don't like this shit.
Yeah, because you say what people scared to say.
I'm gonna speak my mind. That's what I'm known for, speaking my mind. People get together and talk behind private groups but I'm gonna be the one to come out and say it. And who gonna do something?
Right.
That's my attitude. And he know that. So I was on the flyer to do an event in Atlanta, Georgia, and he seen me on the flyer. He even came to the event, y'all. I never seen this man outside of a suit and tie. This nigga came to the event in a hoodie and some jeans, looking like Trayvon Martin or something. You know what I'm talking about? Looking like he a thug. Right. I don't know if he had on some big ass New Balance or something. I never seen him like this before. I ain't know he was gonna be there. He ain't even on the flyer.
Right.
Think I'm on the flyer.
So he literally, obviously at this point, he knew it was some kind of commotion between y'all, correct?
Come on, he had something on his heart. I never knew because I'm talking about Troptions. I'm not talking about Brian Bean. I'm talking about Troptions. Whoever in that shit, whoever promoting that shit, whoever like Troptions. Right, so
it wasn't never personal. It was business.
It was never personal.
Business part of it.
It was never personal.
Right,
but then I'm going to tell you when he made it personal. He brought his ass to this meeting with a hoodie on, some jeans, like he was thugging or something.
Right.
So I'm sitting here front row.
Right.
Right. And because he came to the event, you know what I'm saying? They acknowledge him because he's a leader in a company. So, hey, we got Brian Bean in the building. Come on up and talk to the people. So he get up here and with this motherfucking speech and, yeah, I'm from this side of the tracks and I'm a leader in the industry, but don't get it twisted because I'm still from this side of the tracks. And I like,
hold on. Did he say that on the phone or at
the
event?
At event, live in a meeting, up front. But he was just, this was part of his training. he was leading up to. I'm finna tell you what he was leading up to. Yeah, I'm from this side of the tracks, and people get me confused. I know I'm a leader and the success I done had, but I'm from this side of the tracks. And when we don't play and all this shit, I'm like, all right, Brian B ain't thugging, I ain't thugging.
OG now.
So I got my phone recording him.
At the event when he said
At the event, I'm still showing love because I ain't got nothing against you, dude. Come on, man. You just gave me Trendsetter Award. Nigga, I just came and turned your extra digital movement up. You just announced me on the national conference. Like, bro, like, come on, really?
Right.
Because I talk about some troptions or share my opinion about, you know what I'm saying, this bullshit. So, long story short, he up here, I'm from this side of the court and and all this. And then while he was sitting up here talking, he walked over here to me. While I'm recording, he thought I was on live. He walked over here to me and was like, yeah, so Cedric, we ain't on the internet now. You in my city.
Hold on. I keep asking this, and I just want to make sure. Was people at this event when this
Man, a room full of people. He up here, you supposed to be a leader. And you telling he ain't from this side of the track. And he walked over to me. Like, not in my face, but he walked over. So, Cedric, you in my city now. So if you got anything to say to me, you can say it to my face. And I was like, what? Like, I'm looking around like, hey, we in a fucking my econ meeting.
Did
like,
the people realize what went on?
Bro, everybody clueless. I'm clueless. I'm lost. But he played. He thought I was live. I was not live.
You think he was really like, I can't let him do me like this on live, putting this dog like he had.
But what I do to him, I ain't do nothing to this man. I'm talking about some fucking troptions.
It was no beef at all. You never.
I ain't even know this shit caught me off guard.
So you literally that's there to be the event and it just boom. Got you off guard.
I'm recording. I'm Cedric, you in my city now. So I got for real. I'm like, damn, like, shit, I do this shit in my econ meeting. Like, nigga, I'm taking off the jacket. Nigga, what's up? Nigga, I'll beat your old ass in here. Nigga, what the fuck wrong with you? I don't care how many black martial arts or karate, nigga, you know I'm out. So they holding me back.
Yeah.
Little did I know, he done took off a holster, a strap, like a Wild Wild West pistol. I ain't even noticed. I prom.
The holster or the
that
gun.
Nigga had a whip. That nigga had a strap. That nigga had a gun. He done took off a gun
in front of everybody.
So I stood up with the camera. I'm like, yeah, nigga. I said, fuck Troptions, nigga. What the fuck you gonna do, nigga? You nigga act like I said, fuck you, nigga. Fuck Troptions, fuck you too, nigga. What the fuck you gonna do?
Right.
He done took the straps. He thought I was gonna beat his ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I would have swung on him, if I would have grabbed him, cause he's scared, he probably would have shot me.
Yeah.
But I ain't even know. I ain't even see the holster because I instantly popped it. Like, nigga, and I said, fuck Troptions, what the fuck you gonna do about it? Nigga, you just embarrass yourself at a my econ meeting trying to check me about some fucking Troptions. Nigga, is you stupid?
Yeah.
He's stupid.
Man. That's crazy, man.
Then after that, his ass left my econ and gone on somewhere MWR. And now he trying to cross recruit and get people to MWR. Come on, man.
And I want to, because this hits a point when you understand that so many people want to be at these times come a part of MLM, and then it's the motivation stories and everything that's given. So when situations like that happen and people say how long they've been with the company and how this company changed my life, then people leave the company. Now, to me, is this all staged of the history of things? Because it just don't seem like me, and not specifically talking about Brian Beam. I'm talking about like MLM. A lot of times it's these great stories at the beginning when the launching come and people talk about how they connect. Like, for example, with that company that you did about that flopped. I don't know the name of the company.
The robot.
The robot. Now, when these companies start, they have people vouching for them. They have people saying these type of things, and based off just what you said, is this a lot of be hyped to sell?
Hell yeah. So what happens is they go after influencers like myself, people that can bring in the masses, right? And they offer you incentive. They probably give you some upfront money or whatever. It's an investment because I know this nigga gonna bring 10 times more than, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
And people be falling for that.
Man, listen.
You see what I'm saying?
That is game time, no lame time. Listen, this is why that's so important. People be trying to do things, really trying to change their life. He really just gave you the game that be careful. Because a lot of them motivation speeches is specifically designed due to a pay arrangement. It's called paid marketing. So if your bills really due and somebody tell you is, look, come a part of this company, and you better make sure that it just ain't no paid advertising because you going to crash out.
Do your research. Who have been successful? How long the company been around? Like, do your research. Shit, research me.
Right.
That's why I say I can get online and pop it. Can't nobody say nothing about me on no internet or nothing. I really lived this. I really popped it like high school, college, like, and like, you know what I'm saying?
No, for real.
So forget what you think. Learn about what you need to know, man. I'm the nigga you need to know, man.
Right. and I like you said that because I can't deny I made a lot of money with you, man. Like if I couldn't count on the type of money that I made with you, and I'm always forever grateful because you introduced me to so much stuff, including there. Like I say, I was working at Riceland at a job. You came to the game,
I remember,
and you introduced me to it, and it's been up ever since then.
But I'm gonna ask you, right, that the point that you met me, right? What point were you at in your life? Because I'm gonna tell y'all, it always be at the lowest point or trauma or something bad that happened that just get your energy all the way down to the point that you feel like you ready to give up. And then that's when God step in. That's when God send you a blessing. See, and people miss out on a blessing because it come in a different form than what they expected it to.
Man, you said something so deep, man. And now that it dropped, I want, because people are seeing, like I say, I always been straight to the point, say what's on his mind. But I also know
people respect that.
Yeah, I also know you got a heart for really helping people.
Yeah.
So and GMT itself, and that's why it was created. So just throughout this industry, just give a couple things on things that you help people with, and businesses that you help people start.
Man, I'm gonna go back in 2018 alone, y'all. 2018, right? In my econ, right, which is the financial success company, right? It teach you about financial literacy. It teach you about credit. It teach you about debt elimination. It teach you about taxes. It teach you about everything that you need to know to operate in this world.
That's deep.
We ain't selling no travel. We ain't selling no lotions and potions, no weight loss shakes, no none of that. We selling money. We selling knowledge.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Bro, I think people need to grasp it and understand how important money is. Now, you could talk to somebody and your pastor, preacher can tell you money ain't everything. Money is like they say, is like air. You need it to survive.
Why they asking for it every Sunday then?
Ooh, that's deep. That's deep. We got to, and that's
why they asking for money but not telling you and showing you ways to get the fucking money? Like, come on, man.
Game time, no lame time. I think that now you raised a good point, and I think that's a good discussion. Like, why, when it comes to the black churches, it's a black church in every corner, in every hood, poverty-stricken neighborhood. And you're right. And they all 501. But even though a nonprofit can own a for-profit, let me ask you this here. Why is it that when it comes to churches and when it comes to it have a congregation of people, but with more people failing than succeeding?
More people failing because they leader, right? Their pastor is not telling them how to operate and level up in this world. Yeah, you give me the scripture. Yeah, you give me Bible quotes that you read and give it to me from your interpretation. But how do I apply it? right? My light's about to get turned off.
Mm.
I'm in church. I done paid my tithes, offering. I'm doing what you said, but I'm still struggling. Pastor, yeah, it feel good when I come to church. Yeah, I like when the choir sing. Yeah, it feel good getting the oil on my head. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. But I got to go home to a fucking mess. I got to go home to a nightmare. So pastors are motivation. Motivation is temporary. See, that's why I don't like to motivate people. I like to inspire you. I want to inspire somebody. See, motivation is temporary. You can go to church and be motivated, and after that, you back to robbing, killing, stealing, whatever you're doing. But if I inspire you, now you're going to go and fix your credit. You're going to go open up your bank account. You're going to go start a business. You're going to level up in life. And I ain't have to dress up in no suit and tie. I ain't have to put no oil on your head.
Man, you see,
I ain't have to say come to Sunday school.
Man, it gave me chills when you said that, because before I met you and I was working, I was actually going to church on Sundays. My mom actually a missionary in church, and I was like going to church. At one point, I was part of the youth choir. I was doing everything.
I did all that, praise, dance, all that.
Man, I probably tried to do that too, but you know what I mean? So it brings me chills when you say that. So let me ask you this here. Why haven't you think people woke up now? And why do people look at put you in a negative spotlight? Because you giving game. So when because we sure that when you bring up any time dealing with preachers or pastors, they finna try to put you in a negative spotlight. So I want you to be able to piggyback off that is. So, because it might not be the preacher. It could be they don't know. So
they don't know. They don't know. See, they don't know because they're not enlightened, right? See, I went through all of this, right? Growing up, went through all of this,
right?
But I didn't even know who I was.
Man,
see, people.
What you mean by that? You didn't know who you were.
All the success, I didn't even know who I was until about a year or two ago.
Man, explain that. Like how you find that?
So a year or two ago, like I said, I ain't really know who I was until a year or two ago because I wasn't woke, right? I wasn't enlightened, right? I wasn't spiritual,
right? Okay.
Right?
Right.
So when God came to me and woke me up and opened my eyes to receive the information, right? It took me to a whole nother level. So people are operating right now, dealing with all the emotions, all the things that's going on in this reality, and they're not even woke. They don't know who they are. They don't know their purpose. Right. They don't even know why they're here. You're not here just to fucking wake up every day and go to work and send the kids off to school and out. Like, what's your real purpose? Who are you?
Talk that.
Who are you in the spiritual world?
Right.
See, in the spiritual realm, right? And this was already prophesized when I was back 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? I got invited to a church. My grandma grew up in church, Cedric, Church of God in Christ, right? Yeah. And my grandmother invited me to come to a tent revival. Said it was gonna be a prophet there, right?
Right.
You know, she ain't invite my sisters or my cousins. She invited me. Said it was gonna be a prophet there. I said, "What's a prophet, Grandma?" She said, "Somebody that speaks to God and God speaks to them." And I'm like, "For real? Like, that's cool. Like, I want to know about that."
Yeah.
I'm going to church tonight.
Right.
So I went to outside tent revival. It was hot as shit. We had the fans and shit. And I love church. But the only thing I didn't like about church was the altar call. The altar call.
Yeah.
Call you up there.
Why you ain't like the altar call?
Preacher put the oil on your head. Cause I was a black ass nigga. I don't like no oil and grease and shiny and shit. You know what I'm saying? So the choir just sung and it was good. I like to sing and it make you feel good. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it's altar call. So now I'm trying to play like I'm asleep. So grandma in the choir, she looking like, boy, get your behind up.
Yeah.
Like, man, like, Cause I ain't gonna lie, that prophet was laying them motherfuckers out. He was laying their ass out. You know how he lay hands, they drop, and boom, them motherfuckers dropping like fly. The ushers coming out, putting the towels over and shit. And in my mind, I said, I'm not going down. I ain't, you know what I'm saying?
You standing up.
I'm standing up. So it was, I was in line. Grandma made me get up. I'm in line. I'm like, So boom, he get to me. I'm talking, he was laying out thugs, crackhead, anybody that came from the streets.
Anybody.
So now it's my turn. I'm like, man, just gonna touch my head with the little peppermint smelling oil so I can go sit down and wipe the shit off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's my turn. So I got my hands up. He put the oil on my head, touched my head, and now I'm trying to walk off. So he hold me. I'm like, oh shoot, I'm not going. I'm bracing myself like, this nigga gonna have to rock bottom me for me to hit the ground. Like, you hear me? I'm not going. So he said, this is what he said. He said, man, ooh. I'm like, damn, he ain't say ooh like that on nobody else. What the fuck what he got going? Ooh.
That's what he said.
He said, ooh. He touched my head like, ooh. I'm like, man, listen, I'm bracing myself. And he said, man, you got a calling over your life.
He said that.
He said, you got a calling over your life. He said, you are a leader. You are an emperor. You will lead many nations across the world. And I was like, in my mind, based off what grandma said, like, that what God told you? Like, sound like some made up ass shit out the book or something. Like, what kind of information is that? You are a leader. You are an emperor. You're gonna lead many nations across the world.
And you from North Memphis?
Come on, I'm from North Memphis. Struggling.
Yeah.
My mama and dad ain't got no money. Like, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got no silver spoon.
Yeah. This
how I'm gonna lead many nations or be a great leader? And like, man, I'm trying to make it myself.
Trying to make it the next day, man.
Boom, I went to college and that always stuck with me. Even the bad times in the dorm rooms eating ramen noodles.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, like it just still stuck with me. I'm gonna be a great leader, lead many nations across. What the fuck he meant by that? I wish I could find him and ask him, what do he mean by that? Right? But then throughout life, I started getting introduced to people. People that I thought that was weird.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People, because imagine somebody coming to you with some colorful rocks.
Okay.
Or some crystals or stones or whatever you want to call it, some colorful rocks. And they call themselves trying to read you or tell you about you. So, like I said, going through life, I kept encountering these people that had stones and crystals and rocks and talking about they healers and all this. Right? But then I met somebody who I know personally, right? Who's on my team and had a whole fucking rock store, a crystal store. Shout out to Ashley, man. Ashley Swift, man. She had a whole...
She had a rock, like you talking about rocks? Like when you say rocks, what kind of rocks you talking
about? The stones, the crystals, the
energy type.
The rose quartz, the sages,
okay.
She had one of these stores, one of these type stores.
Right.
So that caught my attention, like, based on what I have been experiencing in the past, you got you a whole storefront in Vegas selling these rocks and sages and all that. Like, is this shit real? Like, what is this? So, like I said, God put me in a position to be in Vegas. Now I'm in Vegas. I want to know the real. Hey, Ashley, I'm in Vegas. Pull up to the suite. You know what I'm saying? Pull up to the suite. She pull up. And she had 3 rocks. She had 3, because she'd get on my ass if she heard me saying rocks, right?
Rocks,
But I'm saying rocks for a reason because I was unaware and I didn't know any better. So she had 3 rocks, right? And one was pink, one was black, and one was blue. So the first rock or crystal and stone she pulled out, it was shaped like a heart. It was pink. You know what I'm saying? Real cute.
Right.
In my mind, I'm like, this what the fuck you sell? Like, who buying this shit? The fuck is this?
And she's selling them.
Yeah, got a whole storefront. How many rocks or stones or crystals do you have to sell to even make rent?
Yeah.
So this is my mindset. So she like, yeah, said, this is a rose court. It opens up your heart. I said, it's just a fucking rock.
Yeah.
And what you mean it opens up your heart?
Mm-hmm.
She said, it vibrates and it vibrations and energy and all that and all this. So I'm looking at it like, it's just a pretty rock. What you mean vibrations and energy? Like, you really believe that shit? Like, what the fuck? And then she got to another one, the black one. I forgot the name, but she said, yeah, this is a rock of protection and it absorbs negative energy and protects you from bad things and all this. And I'm like, man, yeah, this shit sound good. A blue rock. Yeah, this is, I think, a jade. You know what I'm saying? It's happiness or joy or like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh, okay. And they was for me, right? So I got the heart, the rose quartz. And you know me, I play all day. I got the heart. I said, let me see that rock. She said, it's not rock, Sid.
Yeah.
It's not rock, Sid. That's why I said she'll get away. I said, let me see this jam. And I started playing. I said, oh, it's working. I said, I give my heart to you. She like, I said. So, you know, I'm playing all day and stuff. I said.
Man, that's
so at that moment, at that point, is when my journey started, my spiritual journey started, right? At that point, little did I know my heart, right, was open to receive, meaning not be closed-minded, not just be set on what you've been taught, how you grew up. So that was the hardest part, to learn, to unlearn, to relearn. See, you grow up, your mama, daddy, what they instilled and taught you, preachers, teachers, whatever, that's what you learn. Then you get to that age, right, to where you got experiences and things and you learn yourself, right? Now you might be confused based on your experiences and what was told to you. So the hardest part is to learn, right? To now unlearn all the shit you've been taught growing up, right?
Right.
And then relearn.
Relearn.
See, you learn in this realistic realm of things, right? Yeah. And then you go through life and you get experiences, right? You create your own belief system, right?
Right.
Then when you become woke, when you learn, you have to relearn all the shit that you've been taught.
Like born again.
Born again. You enlightened, you're woke. So that's why I said all the cars, all the success, all this, I didn't even know who I was, but I know who I am now.
Listen, y'all know we couldn't put that all down in one, so we're going to chop this down in two, man. Listen, stay tuned for part 2 of this segment with Cedric GMT Williams, man. Game time, no lame time.
Big GMT, man. Let's go. Part 2, y'all tuned in. Yeah.
Yes, sir.